Siddhir Bhavati Karma Ja. And translation, in English translation, is men in this world desire success and fruit of activities, and therefore they worship the demigods. Quickly, of course, men get results from fruit of work in this world. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. So let me just read that again because it's a very interesting verse. Men in this world desire success and fruit of activities, and therefore they worship the demigods. Quickly, of course, men get results from fruit of work in this world. Okay, so they get quickly results. That means they want money, they want sense gratification, whatever. They'll get quick results. But there is something to pay for it. And so we'll hear that now. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. There is a great misconception about the gods or demigods. So gods with a small g and for demigods. Of this material world, the men of less intelligence, although passing as great scholars, take these demigods to be various forms of the Supreme Lord. Actually, the demigods are not different forms of God, but they are God's different parts and parcels. God is one, and the parts and parcels are many. Well, of course, they're all part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. Right? That doesn't make us equal to the Lord. The Vedas say, Nityo Nityanam, God is one. Ishvara Parama Krishna, the Supreme God is one, Krishna. And the demigods are delegated with powers to manage this material world. These demigods are all living entities, Nityanam, with different grades of material power. They cannot be equal to the Supreme God, Narayana or Vishnu or Krishna. Anyone who thinks that God and the demigods are on the same level is called an atheist or pasandi. Even the great demigods like Brahma and Shiva cannot be compared to the Supreme Lord. In fact, the Lord is worshipped by demigods, such as Brahma and Shiva. Shiva Virinchi Nutam. Yet, curiously enough, there are many human leaders who are worshipped by foolish men under the misunderstanding of anthropomorphism or zoomorphism. Okay, so anthropomorphism or zoomorphism, let's look them up in the dictionary. Iha Devata denotes a powerful man or demigod of this material world. But Narayan, Vishnu, or Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, does not belong to this world. He is above or transcendental to material creation. Even Sripad Sankaracharya, the leader of the impersonals, maintains that Narayana or Krishna is beyond this material creation. However, foolish people, Krita Jnana, worship the demigods because they want immediate results. They get the results, but do not know that results so obtained are temporary and are meant for less intelligent persons. The intelligent person is in Krishna consciousness, and he has no need to worship the paltry, meaning insignificant, demigods for some immediate temporary benefit. The demigods of this material world, as well as their worshippers, will vanish with the annihilation of this material world. The boons of the demigods are material and temporary. Both the material worlds and their inhabitants, including the demigods and their worshippers, are bubbles in the cosmic ocean. In this world, however, human society is mad after temporary things such as the material opulence of possessing land, family, and enjoyable paraphernalia. To achieve such temporary things, people worship the demigods or powerful men in human society. If a man gets some ministership in the government by worshiping a political leader, he considers that he has achieved a great boon. All of them are therefore kowtowing to the so-called leaders or big guns. Kowtowing means paying, like bowing down to these so-called great personalities and asking for benefits and promising to be loyal to them. All of them are therefore kowtowing to the so-called leaders or big guns in order to achieve temporary boons. And they indeed achieve such things. Such foolish men are not interested in Krishna consciousness for the permanent solution to the hardships of material existence. They are all after sense enjoyment, and to get a little fat facility for sense enjoyment, they are attracted to worship empowered living entities known as demigods. This verse indicates that people are rarely interested in Krishna consciousness. They are mostly interested in material enjoyment, and therefore they worship some powerful living entity. Okay, so that's pretty straightforward. So let's take a look at this report a little bit more. So the verse says, men in this world desire success in fruitive activities, and therefore they worship the demigods. Quickly, of course, men get results from fruitive work in this world. Okay. And then it says, there is a great misconception about the gods or demigods of this material world. And men of less intelligence, although passing as great scholars, take these demigods to be various forms of the Supreme Lord. Actually, the demigods are not different forms of God, but they are God's different parts and parcels. Okay, now that's a very important differentiation. They're not different forms of God, but they're part and parcel. Well, all of us are part and parcels of Krishna. We have all come from Krishna. He's the Supreme Father of all living entities. So, and the demigods also are part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. God is one, and the part and parcels are many. That means there's only one God. There's not hundreds and thousands of gods. Right? The Vedas say Nitya Nityanam. God is one. Ishvara Parama Krishna. The Supreme God is one, and his name is Krishna. And the demigods are delegated with powers to manage this material world. These demigods are all living entities, Nityanam, with different grades of material power. They cannot be equal to the Supreme God, Narayana, Vishnu, or Krishna. Anyone who thinks that God and the demigods are on the same level is called an atheist or a Sandi. Even the great demigods like Brahma and Shiva cannot be compared to the Supreme Lord. In fact, the Lord is worshipped by demigods such as Brahma and Shiva. Shiva Virinchignutam. Yet curiously enough, there are many human leaders who are worshipped by foolish men under the misunderstanding of anthropomorphism. Did we look up that word?
Yeah. Would you read? So it says the attribution of human characteristics or behavior to a god, animal, or object.
And zoomorphism?
Yeah.
Does that mean the same thing?
Zoomorphism means having or representing animal forms or gods of animal form. Yeah, one is in the human anthropomorphism is more human.
Yeah.
And then the other one is animal representation of the gods.
Yeah, so understanding a human being to be God, that would be anthropomorphism. Or misunderstanding an animal to be God, that would be zoomorphism.
Yeah, like let's say Varaha appeared, but they think now that we're representing God in the form of Varaha. Like, they think that we're using the animals and we're glorifying the animals as gods.
Well, okay, wait a minute. You have to be careful because Varaha is an incarnation of Krishna.
Yeah, but that is because Lord chose that form, that Varaha. But
no, but this is more like look in history. To get the Ten Commandments, Moses went up on a mountain. And while he was on the mountain, the people made a statue of a golden cow. I think it was a golden cow. And they worshipped it.
Mm-hmm.
So when he came back and he saw what they did, he got so angry, he broke the Ten Commandments and chastised them for doing that, right? Because that's what they were used to doing before. Before they were worshiping a golden cow or a golden bird or something like that. Right? So while they were waiting for Moses to come back with the Ten Commandments, they built a statue of a golden cow and started worshiping it. And when he came back and saw that, he got so angry, he broke the Ten Commandments. So he had to go back again and get them.
Mm-hmm.
And he chastised the people. So this anthropomorphism means you worship a ordinary human being. And zoomorphism means you would worship an animal.
Yeah, basically, yeah, that's right. I think what Prabhupada is trying to say is that, yes, Lord chose, let's say, human form or animal form, depending on his incarnations. But they're using that argument to say that, okay, humans have become gods. Right? That's what is the interpretation, why we make man gods. Because let's say Sadhguru, what does he say?
By the way.
Oh, yeah. I saw your...
Okay, a man god. Here's one right here.
Exactly. I saw that one in the trash and then I was like,
yeah.
Who gave you that, Maharaj?
One lady.
Every year, two devotees of this clown will come and invite me to their Kumbh Mela festival.
In India?
Huh?
In India?
No, here.
Yeah. No. They were organizing some protest. So in India, some of the Kumbh Mela participants were attacked by other group. So these people want to unite all the Hindus in America and show their protest. So to invite that, they came to.
So where is the hint their festival going to be held?
I didn't. Actually, we were trying to say that we are not interested.
No, it's in USA.
Yeah.
In Los Angeles, California.
Yes.
This guy never gives up, you know.
Yeah.
He's a nonsense person. He got caught having sex with a disciple of his.
I asked him. He's a controversial guy. There are many scandals against him. Then he said all of them were cleared by court. Didn't you read the newspaper? Like
then why is he hiding on an island?
He said your Guru Prabhupada also underwent so many struggles in US. So like that, my Guru also went. So all the Gurus are like that.
But why is he hiding in off the South American Ecuador? You know, on an island.
He's not clear, right? He's wanted. He's wanted.
Like that, they said.
He's wanted by the police.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not only because he was having sex. It's much more. Otherwise, he wouldn't be wanted by the police. He wouldn't be hiding on an island off the coast of South America.
Yeah. They were so convinced. So I also got confused. he was saying that all these are done by the Christian missionaries. They are doing systematic attack against this guy, their Guru. That's why he is having this kind of cases. Yeah.
There's more than that.
Yeah.
So he never gives up, you know.
See, Maharaj, he's dressing up like Shiva.
What?
He's dressing up like a god. Dressing up like a god.
Yeah. They have a snake.
And behind that, there is an application for citizenship.
What?
The application for citizenship in his country. The back cover.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, citizenship application. Yeah, and he has a country called Kailasha. And it's an island off in south, off an island in South America. He's a very clever guy. Very, very clever. It's a nonsense, complete nonsense. Yeah, so his devotees always come and see me once a year to invite me to the Kumbh Mela, their Kumbh Mela. It's going to be from January 13th to February 26th in the United States. Let's see, where is it going to be? Well, in Los Angeles. Harivilas. If you're interested,
Maharaj, you took a photograph with them, so only misuse it.
What's that?
You had a photograph with them, they took your photo. So
How do
only
you know that?
Huh?
How do you know that?
No, I was there.
So while we were exiting, they asked you to, can we click photo? You said yes, you can. So the disciple and you had, and some of us were there as well.
Oh, you think they're going to use that photo?
Prabhu is pointing that can they misuse? That's what Prabhu is asking.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hopefully they won't say like, you know, Bonafide ISKCON supported organization.
These guys never give up. They're just terrible.
Actually, there are some 50, 100 copies are there in the temple. What to do with that?
Oh, really?
Yeah, they asked us to distribute in the.
No. Just.
No, I'm glad you got those copies.
Yeah.
Now throw them away.
Okay.
Don't leave them in the temple.
Yes.
Just put them in the trash right away.
Okay.
Otherwise, people will start picking them up.
Yeah.
Where do you keep
the bonfire.
It's under that front desk.
But not accessible.
No.
Make sure they're thrown away.
Yes,
Yes.
Maharaj, in Google, it is saying Nityananda claims to have purchased an island off the coast of Ecuador and named it Kailasha. However, there is no solid evidence to support this claim. The Ecuadorian government has denied that Nityananda is in the country. Kailasa is not recognized as a country by the United Nations or the international community. To be considered a country, a territory must have a permanent population, a government, and the capacity to have relationships with other countries. Kailasha is described as a nation without borders created by Hindus who lost the right to practice Hinduism authentically in their own countries. Kailasa has its own passport, flag, and even a reserve bank of Kailasha.
So does it exist?
It doesn't exist, he's just claiming. And then Ecuador.
But where is he living?
Some island he's living, but he called it a country, but it's not a country.
Yeah.
And then Ecuador is saying that Nityananda is not in our country.
Yeah, he's on an island off the coast of Ecuador.
Yeah. So all the claims are false, is what.
Right. Well, because he's wanted by the police.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not just the police in the United States, wanted by, I guess, Interpol.
So they put pictures of, he was actually actively there between till 2015 or so. So
an island?
No, in Kumbh Mela.
Okay.
And then he had pictures with all Kanchika, Mukhoti, Tadpati and all. So they're still promoting those old pictures and making it look bona fide. And since 2016, there's no more. So they just like put this big picture.
That scandal happened in 2008, 2007.
Really?
Yeah, in Bangalore. I was there that time.
2011.
No.
Not 11.
Yeah, some people were going to beat him up or
10.
something. There were some riots.
Came in the news.
There were some riots
Right.
when people found out that he was having sex with his
2010.
disciples.
Yeah.
2010.
Yeah.
Okay, well, so much for that fake.
Anthropology.
All right, so we are talking about chapter 4, text number 12. Let's focus on this rather than focus on that nonsense person. Man in this world desires success and freedom of activities, and therefore they worship the demigod. Quickly, of course, men get results from fruitive work in this world. Yeah, but what happens? Those benedictions that they get are temporary. They're not eternal. So it's basically a waste of time to try and get the benedictions from the demigods, because it's not going to be eternal. There is a great misconception about the gods or demigods of this material world, and men of less intelligence, although passing as great scholars, take these demigods to be various forms of the Supreme Lord. Actually, the demigods are not different forms of the Lord, of God, but they are God's different parts and parcels. Well, we're all parts and parcels of the Lord, right? God is one, and the parts and parcels are many. The Vedas say Nitya Nityanam. God is one. Ishvara Parama Krishna. The Supreme God is one, Krishna. And the demigods are delegated with powers to manage this material world. These demigods are all living entities. In other words, they are like us. They're subject to birth, death, old age, and disease. Right? With different grades of material power, they cannot be equal to the Supreme God, Narayana, Vishnu, or Krishna. Anyone who thinks that God and the demigods are on the same level is called an atheist or pasandi. Even the great demigods like Brahma and Shiva cannot be compared to the Supreme Lord. In fact, the Lord is worshipped by demigods such as Brahma and Shiva. Yet, curiously enough, there are many human leaders who are worshipped by foolish men under the misunderstanding of anthropomorphism or zoomorphism. Ila Devata denotes a powerful man or demigod of this material world, but Narayana, Vishnu, or Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, does not belong to this world. He is above or transcendental to material creation. Even Sripad Sankaracharya, the leader of the impersonals, maintains that Narayana or Krishna is beyond this material creation. However, foolish people worship the demigods because they want immediate results. They get the results, but do not know that results so obtained are temporary and are meant for less intelligent persons. The intelligent person is in Krishna consciousness, and he has no need to worship the paltry demigods, insignificant demigods, for some immediate temporary benefit. The demigods of this material world, as well as their worshippers, will vanish with the annihilation of this material world. The boons of the demigods are material and temporary. Both the material worlds and their inhabitants, including the demigods and their worshippers, are bubbles in the cosmic ocean. In this world, however, human society is mad after temporary things, such as the material opulence of possessing land, family, and enjoyable paraphernalia. To achieve such temporary things, people worship the demigods or powerful men in human society. If a man gets some ministership in the government by worshiping a political leader, he considers that he has achieved a great boon. All of them are therefore kowtowing to the so-called leaders or big guns in order to achieve temporary boons, and they indeed achieved such things. Such foolish men are not interested in Krishna consciousness for the permanent solution to the hardships of material existence. They are all after sense enjoyment. And to get a little facility for sense enjoyment, they are attracted to worship empowered living entities known as demigods. This verse indicates that people are rarely interested in Krishna consciousness. They are mostly interested in material enjoyment, and therefore they worship some powerful living entity. Haribol. Okay, so so much for the worshippers of the false gods. There's too many of them. So many people like that, like this nonsense guy. Nityananda. I don't know why he uses the name Nityananda, but it's sacrilegious to do that.
Yeah.
And these stats, they have some stats.
What's that?
Through their YouTube platform, they have enriched the lives of 575 million people, it seems.
You mean rip them off?
Then through Facebook, 425 million. And then through Instagram, 325 million.
That means they have gone to their web page and read it?
How can that many people, there's no way, like if you just check their website, it's probably like, check how many are there on like, what is this, Kailasha. Let's go to Kailasha channel on YouTube. How many? Maybe we're adding that 575 million and one by going there, but.
Well, he has a following, no doubt.
He only has 121K subscribers.
What?
121,000 subscribers. 21, it's like a little more than 100,000.
Yeah.
But,
Maybe they're counting the impressions.
yeah, but do they have that many impressions?
Maybe. Because there's a lot of content here, right?
Yeah.
Well, you can cheat the people some of the time, but you can't cheat them all the time. Eventually,
But
they'll get caught. All right. So let's see. We have any time left?
But unfortunately, a lot of people still follow him very, very seriously, Maharaj. Even after so much came out about him. That's the height of ignorance.
That just shows how dumb they are.
Yeah, ignorance. Yeah. Very unfortunate.
But in this case, right, he uses the argument as if like there is propaganda that is attacking me, popular. And then the followers who are already on the other side, they've given up all the other worldly relationships. They're like, okay, they justify their story. So, and then
The dumbest thing he did was when he was teaching people how to fly through the air. Right. So they would be sitting on a couple of
pillows, kind of thing.
Some pillows, and they'd be going like this. They go up maybe like 4 inches. And that was their flying through the air yoga. And you can probably look it up and see it. There's photos of it. They're just jumping up like this. They're in the lotus position, and they're just going up. About 4 inches.
We had seen this.
You've seen that?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
In the class, we talked about the same thing earlier.
Yeah.
We had seen it in class. It's very funny when everyone jumping.
That's ridiculous.
So Maharaj, all these people who left their jobs and then they became his disciples, and they're also following sattvic diet, and then they're kind of in certain kind of regulation, and then they're all the time hearing him and then worshipping him. What will be their destination, Maharaj?
Wherever he goes, they're going to follow him.
Oh, really? In next birth souls.
Yeah. Yeah. So, if he goes to hell, that's where his disciples are going to go to.
Krishna. Very sad.
They're going to go to hell. Yeah, because he's claiming to be God. That is really, really sacrilegious. It's really a bad thing.
In one of your class, you mentioned that Paundruka, who tried to dress like God.
Put 2 fake arms.
Yeah, he was killed by...
Krishna killed him right away. Yeah. Paundruka, he sent a message to Krishna. He said, well, why are you imitating me? He said, you have to stop right away, otherwise I come and kill you. And Krishna just laughed. And when he actually saw him on the battlefield, he killed him right away with Sudarshan Chakra. It didn't, this is another, fake person like Paundruka. Yeah. So he'll get his his karma for pretending to be God.
So in this page, their constitution of Kailasha has been recently amended. The top 2 amendments have been quoted here. The first amendment of Kailasha constitution is the right to experience and treat yourself, treat others, and to be treated by others as Paramashiva.
What is Paramashiva?
The ultimate primordial divinity and embodiment of pure consciousness. And then the second amendment is for the welfare of the world, get enlightened.
They have center here also in circles.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're still there though.
I don't
In
know.
Bellevue.
But they are-
Well,
They used to be in
the
Bellevue.
disciples came to see me to give me a picture.
Yeah.
You see what ignorance is? It's very, very,
dangerous.
dangerous. Yeah, very dangerous. Does he, wait a minute, does he read Shastras?
Yeah, I asked him that we are following Bhagavad Gita. Then he said he also read Bhagavad Gita. Then I said, then why don't you follow Krishna and come to ISKCON? Then he was asking, are you trying to convert me?
So you went to one of his meetings?
No, when he came to temple, before meeting you.
Should say like I'm trying to help you.
No, those two people that came to see me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I met them at the friend desk.
Yeah.
And they wanted to see you.
Yeah. Yeah, I always, say yes, but all the books they give you should throw them away. Don't leave them there so people start picking them up.
Yes.
And they might think that we are endorsing
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. So you should definitely tonight go to the temple and throw them away. The trash. That's where they belong, the trash. No, but they'll go all over to all the different temples and give those brochures out.
Yes.
Yeah. And some of the temples will, actually distribute them.
Yeah.
Who's this? He got bona fide endorsement from this Sri Mahant Narendra Giriji Maharaj, was the esteemed president of Akhila Bharat Akhada Parishad, the apex governing body of 13 Akhadas and of Hinduism with over 1 million sannyasis. He held a deep reverence for the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nityananda Paramahamsa, Paramashivam, recognizing him as an invaluable contribution to Hinduism and also as a manifestation of the divine. And then there is a letter printed here. When I see Swamiji, that is Nityananda Paramashivam, I experience God, Bhagavan, not just Guru, but Bhagavan. Going forward, not only whole of India, but for the whole world also. Swamiji will be the guide showing the path to the people for the whole peace.
Boy, it's really blind. Must be taking LSD or something. You see, what happens is people like him, they fish out all the bogus people, and there's a lot of bogus people. There are a lot of bogus people. They're attracted to someone like that. He's just more clever than the other people. That's all. So
there is another guru called Mohanji. Mohanji, he's actually a Mayavadi. He has centers all over the world, and he is mainly concentrating on the tribals of Amazon, of the other
South America?
South America. And
he made disciples there.
I think so. Yeah, he is like he's not considered as a guru or incarnation, but he mainly preaches the Mayavadi philosophy. But he's more into this charity work and all the such kind of things. And he quotes from Bhagavad Gita, but he don't give any credit to Krishna. He says that he is Bhagavan, not Lord. He is God, but not Lord. Lord and God is different.
Krishna is Lord, but not God.
Krishna is God, but not the Lord.
So who's the Lord?
Lord is Parabrahma. I mean, he didn't say, but he says that there is only one Parabrahma, and all the 32,000 crore gods are his different forms.
Wow, it really complicates things.
How does he interpret when Krishna says Aham Sarvasya Prabhavo Matta Sarvam Pravartate? What is
That
there in
part even they won't say. They say that there is for the spirit soul. Krishna gives that define the spirit characteristics of spirit soul. Atma. Those verses they covers. Then they come to the 9th chapter, Raja Yoga. That there he says that there are only two nature. One is material nature and one is spiritual divine nature. And they interpret it like there is a matter and the supreme soul, one soul.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Complicated.
They're very complicated. And they selectively choose verses, Maharaj.
yeah.
They selectively choose.
They won't say anything about Bhakti Yoga.
Okay, well, so much for all these nonsense people. I get tired and bored hearing about it.
There are so many in India. It's like full. And they're very popular and a lot of people are.
Yeah, when Prabhupada was among us, they would invite him to come to their programs, and he refused to go. They would invite him to come with all the other fake, support incarnation. He would never go. Yeah. India is an amazing place. Unbelievable.
People get attracted by the number of followers. Let's say if someone is very popular, a lot of people will just get attracted. Okay, he has so many followers, it means there is some substance there, and people get attracted and they just
not only followers, Prabhuji, it is about miracles.
Yeah.
Miracles, and then they need some politicians, some movie stars, and some cricketers going to them, and then they just blindly.
Just like Prabhupada describes our Acharya Parampara. This God is Parampara, starting with Kapila Muni.
Who's that?
Not the Kapila Muni that we are reading in Bhagavatam. It's the fake Kapila Muni. Yeah. Apparently, it started with Shiva, Paramashiva. That was 11,250 BCE. And after that, of gurus basically. And he says unbroken lineage of gurus for 13,000 plus recorded years. Then Kapila Muni, that was 11,000 BCE. Then Bhagavan Sri Krishna. Oh, wow. I didn't see that one too. Bhagavan Sri Krishna declared to Arjuna that Sadhunam Kapila Muni, and I am Kapila among the Siddhas, the great incarnations. So he's basically saying, using that and then saying, okay, now because Kapila Muni appeared before, so he's then Sri Adi Shankaracharya.
Okay.
Then Sri.
He's got all the bases covered.
Trilinga Swami, some 1737 to 1887. Yeah, then Mahant Sri Totapuri. Then Ramakrishna Paramahamsa.
Oh, I can't leave him out.
Then Swami Vivekananda.
Yes.
Hamsananda Puri. Then Sri Vishwadeva Nandati, somebody, I don't know. He's this is the guy who endorsed him. He made him the god. And then now he's taken over.
Very clever. Does he chant Hare Krishna? Sure. They probably chant Hare Krishna also.
We chant something.
Shiva, Shiva, Shiva.
Oh, yeah, he's Shiva. That's right. Yeah. Well, anyway, we don't have to worry about him. Krishna's going to take care of him. Or Yamaraj is going to take care of him. You know what happens when you declare yourself God? Oh, the karma is really bad. Really, really bad. So we already got that karma once when they caught him, having sex with one of his female disciples, right? But the fact that he's continuing and double, more adamantly professing that he is God, I mean, he's going to get severe, severe karma. And he's already got the karma because he can't come to the United States.
Mm-hmm.
He's wanted by the police. He has to live on an island. So that karma is already there. That means he's wanted all over the world. Right? It's like maybe Interpol or someone is after him.
Yeah, he cannot go to India also.
Yeah, he can't go to India. So he's getting that karma, bad karma there. And the next step will be that, somebody's going to kill him, probably. So there are a group of devotees that deviated from Prabhupada. And they were anyway, they were devotees, but they deviated from Prabhupada. And they started their own movement. Right? And their leader, he had sex with one of his disciples' wife. And that devotee, or that disciple, got so angry that on his Vyasa Puja day, they were all dancing, and that one disciple danced behind him, and then with a knife he cut his throat, cut his head off completely. And of course he was arrested and he went to jail, but he only stayed in jail a short period of time because the jailers figured out, hey, he did a good thing. He didn't do it. So he got out quickly. I think he only stayed in jail for like a couple of years only for cutting the guy's head off. Yeah, so it is very dangerous business declaring that you're God. Very, very dangerous. You should never show it. If you want to do something really stupid, that's like the dumbest thing you can do. Okay, so I think we're finished. We got a little sidetrack talking about all these nonsense people. But that's all right. We should know our takeaway today. It says here, the intelligent person is in Krishna consciousness, and he has no need to worship the paltry, means very low-level demigods for some immediate temporary benefit. Demigods of this material world, as well as their worshippers, will vanish with the annihilation of this material world. The boons of the demigods are material and temporary. Both the material worlds and their inhabitants, including the demigods and their worshippers, are bubbles in the cosmic ocean. In this world, however, human society is mad after temporary things such as the material opulence of possessing land, family, and enjoyable paraphernalia. To achieve such temporary things, people worship the demigods or powerful men in human society. If a man gets some ministership in the government by worshiping a political leader, he considers that he has achieved a great boon. All of them are therefore kowtowing to the so-called leaders or big guns in order to achieve temporary boons, and they indeed achieve such things. Such foolish men are not interested in Krishna consciousness for permanent solution to the hardships of material existence. They are all after sense enjoyment, and to get a little facility for sense enjoyment, they are attracted to worship empowered living entities known as demigods. This verse indicates that people are rarely interested in Krishna consciousness. They are mostly interested in material enjoyment, and therefore they worship some powerful living entity like this clown and so-called Nityananda. Yeah, Prabhupada nails it, right? Adamantly, Okay, so now we know who not to worship.
Haribol. Okay.
We'll stop right there.
Any questions or comments online? All right, we'll end the session.